Hi friends, today we'll discuss ancient Indian history. Uh, shall we start? So, history can be divided into two ages, those are Stone Age and Metallic Age. Stone Age again divided into three ages, those are Paleolithic Age and Mesolithic Age and Neolithic Age. So, now we'll discuss regarding Paleolithic Age. Paleolithic Age hominid witnessed physical changes. In the middle of the Paleolithic Age, the first ever change in hominid was occurred. Hominid was transformed into Homo erectus. So by the end of the Paleolithic Age, Homo erectus became Homo sapiens, which means that a man with senses. So the following famous Paleolithic sites in India. First one is Bhimbetka. Bhimbetka, which is in Madhya Pradesh. Okay, so the first ever prehistoric cave paintings of India were found in Bhimbetka caves. Same type of prehistoric cave paintings are found in Adamgar. So the second site is Athirambakkam, which is in Tamil Nadu. Which is in Tamil Nadu. Okay. So Robert Brucefoot, head of the Geological Survey of India, has discovered Paleolithic tools at Athirambakkam of Madras in 1863 AD. He is called as the father of prehistoric archaeology in India and father of South Indian archaeology. Okay. The third site is Bora Caves, which is in Andhra Pradesh, Vishakhapatnam. In Bora Caves, adapted way of life followed by the man. And the fourth site is Son Valley. Son Valley, which is in northwest frontier. In Son Valley, tools were found in tune with some European tools. Okay, and now we'll discuss regarding Mesolithic Age. Mesolithic Age was coined by the variety of tools used by man. This age, they were smaller in size. Tools were fixed in bone-made handle. Okay, first came into usage during Mesolithic Age in our country. Fire, fire. First, middle of fire ఉంది. Okay. In the following are famous Mesolithic sites in India. Bagor, which is in Rajasthan. In Bagor, large quantity of bones were found. The next age is Neolithic age. 1 minute. We'll erase all. And third age is Neolithic age. So the term Neolithic was coined by John Leobach. It was popularized by the Garden Child. His famous book was What Happened in the History. Neolithic age has four features. First one is the settled pattern of life. The traces of settled pattern of life came from Inamgan, which is famous for rounded huts, which is in Maharashtra. Okay. Inamgan, which is in Maharashtra. Okay. Famous for what? Rounded huts. Okay. The first ever agricultural field of our country was found at Mehragarh, which is in Kashmir. What is famous for this? First ever agriculture field of our country. Okay. And the third feature is the domestication of animals. What was the first domesticated animal in our country? Which animal? Okay. first domesticated animal. And pottery served as a demarcator of race in Neolithic site. So Neolithic sites were found in many regions of our country. So first one is Bujaham. Bujaham, where it is located? Bujaham is in Jammu Kashmir. So what is the famous for this Bujaham? It is the most famous for pit dwelling, and Bujaham is most famous for double burials. Okay, and Gufkral is in Jammu Kashmir. It is famous for pink shaded pottery. Gufkral for pink shaded pottery, and Koldivaha, which is the first traces of cereals cultivation, was came Koldivaha, and last one is Chirand. Chirand, which is in Bihar, most famous for bone made ornaments. Okay. Now we will discuss metallic age. Copper was the first used metal by man in India. It came into usage from 4500 BC. 4500 BC. Okay. First known metal was actually first used metal was copper. First known metal was which is gold. First known. Okay. So next Chalcolithic age. Chalcolithic age started from 4500 BC to 2500 BC. The following are famous Chalcolithic sites. Those are called the Kalibangan, which is in Rajasthan, and Banwali, which is in Rajasthan. So, and Bronze Age. So after Chalcolithic Age, which is a Bronze Age, so we can make a order like Paleolithic Age and Mesolithic Age, Neolithic Age, and Chalcolithic Age and Bronze Age. Okay, so Mehragar has a cultural continuity from Neolithic to Chalcolithic. Mehragar people were the first to have contacts with the foreign cultures because which is a border area, no Mehragar. So Mehragar is considered as the origin of the latter day Indus civilizations. Mehragar people were first sephirahs in our countries in our history. Now we will discuss regarding Indus Valley Civilization. Okay. IVC. So up to 921 AD, Indian history was used to start with the Vedic culture. With the discovery and excavations of Harappa in 1921 AD, new information was exposed. So Sir Alexander Cunningham was the first archaeological surveyor of our country. He is called as a father of Indian archaeology. Sir Alexander Cunningham, father of Indian archaeology. He has written historical geography of ancient India. In 1904, the Viceroy Lord Curzon has created an archaeological survey of India, ASI, who Lord Curzon in 1905. So, what is the specialty of 1905? Make a comment. Give a comment. Okay, Archaeological Survey of India. He has introduced the Ancient Monuments Protection Act in 1904 AD. Sir John Marshall was appointed as the first Director General of ASI in 1905. Who? Sir John Marshall. In this regarding, the first site excavated was Harappa. In 1921 AD, Sir Dayaram Sahni has excavated Harappa. Okay. What is the first site excavated by John Marshall. Harappa. 1921. So these years are very much important, and the scientist who has discovered these places also very much important for the examination point of view. In 1921 AD, Sardar Sahni has excavated. Sorry, I mentioned John Marshall. So the Aram Sahni excavated Harappa. After this, with the excavations of three sites, scholars has idea about the new civilization of our country. And in 1922, R.D. Banerjee has excavated Mohenjo-daro. In 1923 AD, Mazumdar has excavated Chanhudaro. In 1924 AD, Sir Arlstein has excavated Satke Jandar. So these are all the places we have to remember for examination. The questionnaire will ask for the match the following, rivers have to match, or else years has to match, or else scientist and the place which who has discovered match the following. Will ask. So we have to remember each and every point in this area. Sir Arlstein has written Sir India. In 1925 AD, Sir John Marshall announced the details of this newly found civilization in India. He coined this as a Harappan civilization, later which became the Indus Valley civilization. Okay. Now we'll discuss IVC flourished in Afghanistan, total Pakistan, in the following states of India. Those are Jammu Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, and Gujarat and Maharashtra. Frontiers of IVC, those are sorry, like this: north, west, south, and east. So north part Manda, Jammu Kashmir, Manda, okay, and east part Alamgirpur, which is in UP, and Satke Jandar, which is in Pakistan, and Daimabad, which is in Maharashtra. Prior to the discovery of Manda, Ropar was considered the northern border of the IVC. Manda కంటే ముందు Ropar ఉండేనంట border IVC. Short Guy, Afghanistan was the northwestern. Short Guy, this side, short. So northwest frontier of the IVC. Daimabad is located in the banks of river Pravara. Daimabad, which is the bank of river Pravara. So this is very much important. River Pravara is a tributary of which river? River Godavari. Okay, this is the most important point we have to remember. So if you can see the features of the IVC, all Chalcolithic age civilizations has common features. Apart from them, Indus Valley civilization has certain specific features. Those are basically urban civilization, and Indus economy was sustained with the help of both agriculture and trade and commerce. Town planning was the most interesting feature of the IVC. Indus cities were well planned than the contemporary cities in other civilizations. Indus cities were planned from west to east. So western part, so for suppose, so west to east, like this. So western part elevated land and eastern part down. So usually western part it was called upper town, and eastern part is plain land. It is called as a lower town. Due to this Indus town planning calling as a two divisional town planning. So most impressive structures are located in the upper town. They were protected by the citadel. Most interesting. Common people habitations are here only, lower. So all major lanes are planned from the south to north. So all sublanes are planned from west to east. So Indus towns are followed by grid type. So easternmost major lane was called as a Kingsway. Indus towns has a Oxford Circus concept also. Indus people what they have used? Tell me. they have used. So burnt bricks. Uniformity in the size of the bricks withstanding high temperature and quality marks on the bricks were the major features of the bricks used in Indus Valley Civilization. Only Indus Valley Civilization has underground drainage systems. Every house has an outlet of drainage linked to underground drainage tunnel. So it is very interesting to note that this underground drainage pipe has a gypsum pipe which suggests for thrust for hygienic life of Indus pipe. No contemporary civilizations of Indus Valley or successive civilizations had these features. Indus people use a different variety of pottery. Pottery used by the Indus people is called as a black polished ware. So Indus people use different type of pottery for different occasions. Indus pottery has smooth glossy textures. Okay. So now we'll see the sites of the IVC. So first one is Harappa. It is located in the banks of which river? Harappa is bank of Ravi river. So Harappa was mentioned in the Vedic literature as Hariyupiya. In Harappa, the following were found. 12 granaries were found in Harappa. Harappa is called the city of granaries. A piece of woven cloth, a measuring scale made of a branch, a statue of nude dancer. Okay, H symmetry revealed skeletons of Indus people with stavings. So second site is Mohenjo-daro. Mohenjo-daro is located in left bank of river Indus. Mohenjo-daro was referred as Vivastra in Vedic literature. A great granary is assembly buildings. Great bath is considered as the best specimen for engineering technology of Indus people. It was used for ceremonial bathing. A temple-like building and a bronze idol of nude dancer was found. This idol is considered as the best specimen of metallurgical technology of Indus people. Mohenjo-daro was the most flooded city. This is a main important point. So Mohenjo-daro is most important for the examination point of view. So the 2 points are very much important. One is Great Bath is considered as a best specimen, and bronze idol nude dancer was found, and the third point is Mohenjo-daro was the most flooded city of IVC. Okay, the third site is the Chanhodaro, located on right bank of river Indus. Chanhodara is a city without a citadel. So this is the most important point. So which is in IVC city, which city is without a citadel? Chanhodaro. Inca pot type of pottery was found. Chanhodara was a great center for cosmetic goods of industry. Hundreds of makeup kits found. After Mohenjo-daro, Chanhodara was the most flooded IVC site. Okay. And the next site is Satkesandar, served as a major port city of IVC. So, and Ganirwala is the recent excavated site of IVC in Pakistan. So, sites of IVC, Kalibangan, except Gujarat. Kalibangan has witnessed a pre-Harappan phase of also. A.K. Ghosh has excavated Kalibangan. Kalibangan means black bangle. Kalibangan was located on the bank of river Gaggar. Which river? Kalibangan. Gaggar. Gaggar river. Okay, according to the recent reports of majority of IVC sites were located in Cholistan area. Kalibangan witnessed first ever ploughed agricultural field in our subcontinent. In Kalibangan, Mother Goddess was absent. Main important point, Mother Goddess absent, and fire worship was practiced. MF, Mother Goddess absent, fire worship was practiced. Banwali it is discovered by the R.S. Bisth, and first trace of barley cultivation came from the Banwali. Alamgirpur has witnessed a declined phase of Harappa civilization. Here houses with cloth roofs are found. Sites of IBC in Gujarat. So here Kalibangan is not in Gujarat. So in Gujarat, IBC sites Lothal. Lothal is located in the banks of river Bogavo. Okay. Sites of IBC in Gujarat. So which one is Lothal? Lothal, which is in the bank of river Gujarat, Bogavo. It was excavated by the S.R. Rao. Lothal is first ever artificial dockyard of Asian continent. So rice grinding stones, large quantity of rice husk, and labor quarters were found in Lothal. Persian Gulf seals were also found. Fire worship was also practiced in Lothal. So fire worship we have already discussed in Kalibangan also. So and the next site is in Gujarat, Rangapur, which was discovered by the Arlstein. First traces of rice cultivation came from Rangapur. Dolavira. So and Dolavira, which is was associated with Dolavira site. In between upper town and lower town, a middle town formation was found in Dolavira. It doesn't mean that three division, upper town, middle town, lower town, means three divisional town planning is there in the Dolavira. This is the main specific point for this Dolavira site. So in Dolavira, a large seal containing more than 10 symbols was found. It is considered as the inscriptions of IVC. So Dolavira also fire worship were practiced. I have already discussed. And Rakhi Gari, the most recently excavated site of IBC is in India, Rakhi Gari, which is in Haryana. It is supposed to be the largest site of IBC. Okay. And regarding, if you can discuss regarding polity of this IBC, non-decipherment of Indus script is a major problem in understand this civilization properly. Yeah, IBC was not ruled by the priest. Priest వాళ్ళు రూల్ చేయలేదు అండ్ ఎవరు రూల్ చేశారు అంటే ఇట్ వాజ్ రూల్డ్ బై ది రిచ్ మర్చెంట్స్. దిస్ ఈజ్ నోన్ యాజ్ ఏ అలిగార్కీ. సో కింగ్స్ హ్యాస్ నాట్ రూల్డ్. కింగ్స్ రూల్ చేయలేదు, ప్రీస్ట్ రూల్ చేయలేదు. ఎవరు రూల్ చేశారంటే మర్చెంట్స్ రూల్ చేశారు. దిస్ ఈజ్ very important point for the examination. And if you can see the society of the IVC, basically Virgo society means a class based society, which means priests, nobles, merchants, peasants. Warriors were not present in the Indus Valley civilization. This is main important point. It is interesting to know that has some similarities with the latter day Varna society of Vedic Aryans. The following races were present in the Indus society. Those are Proto-Austrites, Austrites, Negroids, and Mongolites, and Yamatis. So Proto-Austrites were majority in the Indus population, and Proto-Austrites are considered as a architects of IVC. Okay. So if you can see the economy of the IVC, so mostly with the help of the agriculture and trade and commerce, Indus people had followed the irrigation methods. Recently, some sites of Dolavira wells were also noticed. Indus people has cultivated the following crops. Those are wheat, barley, leguminaceae, peanuts, and ginger seeds and rice. Indus people export rice to the which place? Mesopotamia. Indus people has not known about the sugarcane cultivation it was imported from the Mesopotamia. Indus people were the first produced thing is cotton. So this is main important point. What is that? Cotton. Cotton. Okay. So if you can see the trade and commerce, Indus people were first to carry extensive external trade in our country. Mesopotamian literature referred Indus zone as a Meluha, which means the land of great seafarers. And Mesopotamia was a major trade partners of IVC. The following were imports in Indian Indus trade. Those are gold and silver and copper from Rajasthan, lead Persia, diamond Egypt, D diamond Egypt, and lapis lazuli imported from the Afghanistan, and conch shells from the South India. Okay, these are the following things which are imported from the Indus trade. So Indus people were used the first transport mechanism in the form of a bullock cart, which were called as ekka. If you can see the culture, so researchers on Indus script was started by Father Hirasa after independence. Many Indian scholars also joined in these researches. Indus script contained symbols. These symbols has not followed a particular way. Sometimes these symbols were mixed. Indus people followed their writing from the left to right. This is main point. Left to right, right to left. So this Indus script belongs to the Bostopadon family. Due to the above said hurdles, decipherment of Indus script became an unsolved puzzle. So if you can see the art forms, seals were best art forms of the IVC. They were made of steatite. Indus seals were normally found in the square shape. Fish symbols were considered as an auspicious. The most deciphered animal on the seals were bull. Indus people were manufactured faience also. Monkey toy was the most visible among toys. Lions was not unknown to Indus people, and elephant was also not known. So really, if you can see the religion, Indus people have some beliefs. Later beliefs extend to Vedic religion. Indus people has worshipped a female mother deity, mother goddess. Indus people has worshipped a major male deity called as a Protoshiva. A seal was found in Mohenjo-daro with the depiction of Protoshiva, a man with 3 heads and 2 horns in sitting posture in deep meditation. He was surrounded by 4 animals. What? Once again we'll discuss. So Protoshiva means Pashupati Mahadeva. Okay. If you can think, he is the man So a seal found in the Mohenjo-daro with the depiction of Protoshiva, 3 heads and 2 horns, sitting posture. He was surrounded by 4 animals. What is that? Bull, rhino, elephant, tiger. So Brett. So these animals of surrounding Protoshiva we have to remember compulsory for the examination, because in examination elimination method questionnaire will ask like here horse, some other animals will arrange and ask like to eliminate. So then we will confuse, so we have to remember like this Brett. So under 2 deers also present at the feet. Okay, so Indus people has worshipped a superman called Enkidu. He has a bull's head and a human body. And Indus people has worshipped humped bull. Cow was associated with the burial practices. Indus people has worshipped dove. Peacock was associated with the burial practices of IVC. Indus people worshipped pipal tree as a sacred one. And Indus people had the following beliefs: serpent worship and amulets and swastik worship and sun worship. So causes for the decline of the IVC. So by 1750 BC, IVC was declined and major habitations were disappeared. Causes for the decline of the IVC. So either foreign invasion or else foreign invasion was put forward as the cause for the decline of the IVC. And Sir Mortimer Wheeler has suggested in Indra was a destroyer of the Indus city due to the mythological collection. Nobody believed this theory, and some scholar has argued geological factors a major cause for the decline of the IVC. And so there are either due to the earthquakes or else floods or else droughts. There are many reasons. So for the decline of the for disappear of the IVC site. So